Welcome to this demonstration video of the DBU menu presented by ProData. The DBU menu can be accessed using the command DBU mnu with the DBU software library in your library list. We will do that now. This is the DBU menu. Notice that the command language syntax appears to the right of each option on the DBU menu. You can execute any of the options from the DBU menu from a command line using the command language syntax. For the purposes of this demonstration, we will use a file that is shipped with DBU software called DBP demo. Typing option 1 and enter will display the prompt for the DBU command. In order to DBU a file, you just need to specify the file name on the object application name parameter. And if the library that the file resides in is in the library list, the file will be accessed using DBU. If the library that the file resides in is not in your library list, you can specify the library on the library parameter. More specific information about the DBU commands and the associated parameters, or for any of the commands found on the DBU menu, can be found in our documentation at our website, www.prodatacomputer.com. Click on Support and then Documentation. This is the DBU display screen. For more information about DBU, be sure to watch our video demonstration or pre-recorded webinar about DBU. We will exit DBU using F3. Now we are back to the DBU menu. Typing option 2 and enter will prompt the DBU database relations. The default for most DBU commands is star previous, so we can just hit enter and it'll bring up that DBP demo file again. The DBU database relations command is used to identify the database relations of the file. Notice that not only are the relational files identified, but you also see the keys, the record count, the last used date, and select omit criteria of the relational file. You can also use the F14 key in the DBU display to access the DBU database relations. F7 allows you to print this list. Exiting back to the DBU menu, we will now use option 3 for field information. The field information screen displays the sequence number of the field in the file, the field text, the field name, the field type, and length. The column on the far right tells you the byte location of the first byte in the field. You can also use the F4 key in the DBU display to access the DBU field list information. Using F7 allows you to print this field list. Option 4 of the DBU menu will display the member list of the file. Here you can see the member name, number of records, number of deleted records, data size, and the text of the member description. F7 allows you to print a copy of the member list. Option 5 will list the record formats of the file. The format list details the record format name, the member that contains the record format, the record length, and number of fields in the record. F7 again allows you to print the list. Option 6 is used to execute a DBU application. DBU applications are used to design access to files that can be used as required over and over again. Screens can be designed by selecting fields, designating them as display only if necessary, modes, and perhaps opening multiple files. If you put in star all, you'll be presented with a list of DBU applications. Be sure to check our video demonstration for DBU applications. Once you're presented with a list of applications, you can use option 1 to select that application. Here we've built a simple application over that DBP demo file, and we've made it into a 3-column display, so the record is displayed on one screen. We've also designated some fields as display only, and that's why we default immediately to the text number field. The rest of the fields prior to that are display only. Again, be sure to check our video demonstration for DBU applications if you'd like more information about this, or contact our technical support team. Option 7 is used to execute DBU query, DBU's version of IBM's Open Query file. This option functions just like Open Query file, but displays the selected records in the more readable DBU style. Once you identify the file name and hit enter, you'll be presented with the IBM Open Query file parameters. For more information about DBU query, be sure to check our documentation or contact us. We'll take the defaults, and you'll notice that DBP demo is presented in its entirety. Option 8 is used to execute DBU Journ, DBU's version of IBM's Display Journal. This option functions just like Display Journal, which will display specified journal entries, but when you use DBU Journ, you see the journal's entries broken down into their fields instead of many long lines of unbroken data. We'll specify a journal that is on our system. Once you hit enter, again, your display journ parameters are presented. F1 key will give you IBM's help on the display journ parameters. We'll just take the defaults. And notice that the journal entry is split up into readable fields. Option 9 is used to execute DBU DTA. This option allows you to use DBU on a data area. We'll specify a data area that is shipped with DBU software and contains the release date and version. Option 10 is used to execute DBU SPC. This allows you to use DBU on a user space. Here we'll look at a user space that's shipped with the DBU software. The modes are display or change only. Option 11 is used to execute DBU queue. This option allows you to display a data queue. You can use the F21 key to take a look at multiple entries in the data queue. F21 turns it back to the single entry mode. Data queues cannot be changed using DBU. Option 12 is used to execute DBU RDB. This is our latest DBU plugin that can be used to access data on a remote database. But again, the data is presented in the DBU readable format. We will specify all and specify a remote database that has been configured using DBU RDB. Once we hit enter, we're presented with all the tables that are on that remote database. We'll select customers. And again, you'll notice that it is in the readable DBU format. All of the functionality of DBU is available with DBU RDB. You can go to multiple record mode. F15 allows you to search. There's a lot about DBU RDB that we're very excited about. Please contact us if you'd like more information about DBU RDB and the DBU RDB plugin that's available. This concludes this demonstration video. We'd like to thank you for taking the time to allow us to show you some of the power of DBU. Thank you.